Hi everyone. We're going to do a little tutorial here on the intro and also the ending. They're the same to Margaritaville. We've been playing this for a while and there's a little intro that goes to it, and so I thought it would be fun to finally tab that out and put it together for those of you who want to play it. So hopefully you've got your tab there that was emailed out to you, and let's take a look at this. So the way we do this is that it's only going to take 2 strings to play it on your ukulele. Okay, it's going to take your C string, which is your 3rd string, and the E, which is right here, your 2nd string, those 2 strings. And when I'm playing things like this, I usually find that just using my thumb and my index finger to pinch those notes to play them works very well. Okay, we're not having to change strings a lot. This riff happens to go all on those 2 strings. So if you're not used to reading tab, the way tab is written, it's written out. The higher up you go is the A string. It's like music. So the higher up you go on the staff, it gets higher. The same in tab. The lower you go, it goes lower. So this happens to be played right in the middle of the ukulele on the 3rd and the 2nd string. So let's take a look at it. So it starts off on this 3rd string here on the C, and it's telling you to put your fingers on the 4th fret. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's telling you to go to your 2nd string, and you got to cover the 3rd fret. So I use my index finger and my 2nd finger, like that, okay? Then what's going to happen with this basically is we're going to take the same shape, we're going to play it 3 times. Then we're going to move to where the index finger goes down to the 1st, 2nd finger is on the 2nd there, like that. So you get a, like that, okay? And then it comes right back up. So that movement is like that, okay? Now let's take a look at the next section as we move along. Now it has us on these same 2 strings playing the 5th. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can take your fingers, since they're in this position now, you can go on and slide up here with your 2nd finger to the 5th fret, and then I use my ring finger to catch the 5th on the 2nd string like that. So you get a little finger change there like that, going from index, which has been down here, to like that with those 2. So you're going to get a 3 hits on that. You go back to the original 4 and 3 and back to 5, okay? So that 2nd section there goes, okay, there's that. Let's move on to the very last section. It's going to take these doubles and move up to the 7th fret. We're on the 5th, 6th, 7th. It's going to play twice. Then you have a little pause, play it the 3rd time. Then you're going to come back to the 5s, and then to the 4, 3, and then to open, okay? So what we've got going on here is this. You've got your little thing here. From the beginning, it's going to go up to the 7th, and then open at the end on those 2 strings, okay? Let's play it one more time. 2, 3, and 4, and now to the 5ths, up to the 7s, like that, okay? So that's the opening riff that goes on there. Up to speed, it's pretty much about right here. Okay, there you go. So that's the opening riff to Margaritaville. Now let's take a look at it on the baritone. Fortunately, the baritone players can play this as well. It's also on the tab sheet. Now the baritone's a little bit different. We're going to be using the 1st and 2nd string on this, okay? And the way it starts out, you have the 2nd string, you're going to be covering the 5th fret here, and then you're going to have the 3rd fret covered. I use my ring finger and my index. Okay, so you're playing what the ukuleles are playing here. You have those. Then you're going to go down to the 3rd and the 1st. So it's taking this whole form and then sliding it back. Okay, that's the 1st block. Now it goes up to the 5th and the 6th. Now, Depending on how you want to finger this, I go on and leave my index finger anchored. I'm going to pull it all the way up to the 5th fret here on the 1st string, and then I'm going to use my 2nd finger. You could do this, but you're kind of scrunching together. Again, I'm keeping my hand in this position. So we're going from this, slide that index finger up to the 5th, and I let my 2nd finger cover the 6th there, okay? And then we're going to go back to that 1st position, the 5 and 3, like that, okay? So your 1st section is, 2nd section is this. And again, notice that change. I use my index and my 2nd, but when I go here, I drop my ring finger in there. So my hand, again, is staying like that. Then the 3rd section goes all the way up to the 7th and 8th. Again, I let my index finger ride up here to the 7th fret, and then I use my 2nd finger right there to get my the 8th on the 2nd. So you get the... Then you're going to come back to 5 and 6. Then you're going to go to a 3 and the 5. And then there's 2 ways you can play this. I put an option here. You can take this ring finger, slide all the way down, and hit 1st fret on the 2nd string, open here. You could go on and use your index finger. If you make the change with your index, which is going to give you this, you're ready to play the C, but you have plenty of time. We have a whole measure before you have to get to that C chord. So now I also have an option in there. When I'm playing, sometimes when things are together like this works on the ukulele too. I can occasionally, if I'm playing in the same fret, if I'm playing like a 5 and a 5, a 7 and a 7, you can use one finger to do that. So for instance, when we come down off of this and stuff, you could go like this. 1st position is 5 and 3. Okay, then we're going to go 5 and 6. Again, let my index finger come up to 5, drop off here, use my 2nd finger, back to that position. Then when I go to 7 and 8, I just slide up. And then right here, you can flatten out your ring finger to cover these 2, and you can play it like that. So that last one would be... And that's the 5th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret on this one. So see, I'm just letting that ring finger do that. So I put that little option in there for you. If you don't want to slide all the way down, you can cover like that, okay? That's a string change. You've been playing on the 1st and 2nd. Now we're going to the 2nd and 3rd. That's your option. But sometimes if I'm here, instead of trying to slide way down here, I go on and just cover it like that, okay? So here, we'll play this. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... One more time, 2, 3, 4. And I'll do it once more with that option with my ring finger. 2, 3, and 4, and... Okay, there you go. So that's the intro, and also at the very end, we jump back to that intro, and we'll play that riff, and you'll end up with the... cha-cha-cha, like that, okay? There you go. Hope you have fun with that.